Yeah, so it's in good shape and everything.
Yeah, it came in, no problems.
Cool.
It's nice, clean.
Good, good. That's what I was hoping. Well, didn't think there was going to be any problem getting it down to you. I just felt bad for G that it took him literally a full month until he received it, but he said it was in good shape once he got it. So I was like, all right. It's like, God, man, sending something to Brazil, it's crazy.
Yeah. I can only imagine the customs on that were ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because when he first sent it to me, he sent me like, I think he sent me like 37, and I was like, what are you doing? I was like, I said 20 and I'll pay for shipping. He's like, no, you're going to want me to do that. I'm like, no, I said I pay for shipping. He's like, trust me. And then shipping was like $17. And so I was like, well, all right, then maybe I'm glad that you sent me the extra money. So, yeah.
Yeah, shipping to me is what, like $3-4?
I think. Yeah, in fact, actually, I think I can finally throw out some of these customs forms and stuff now that I know that everyone's gotten their books. For you, it was $298.
Yeah, so thank God I live in Georgia.
Yep. Yep. Sweet home, Georgia. So where is that spot, Georgia, Suwanee, Georgia? Where is that? Like relative to like Atlanta, which is all I really know in Georgia, I think.
I'm literally about a half hour east of the center of Atlanta.
Okay.
On a clear day.
Okay. Oh, so you're basically even in a more humid area of Georgia, if that were possible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. My room is a blistering heat swarm right now.
I went down for when they had E3 there one year, and I will never forget the experience. I've been down in Atlanta a few times. I was there for a conference too, but when I went down for E3, I have never had the experience of being like, all right, so I'm swimming on the land during the summer, and then I walk into like some building, like one of the buildings that was downtown, and I was like, and now I've fallen into an icebox. And I mean, I was like, how is it that everyone down here isn't sick constantly? Like mega humidity into icebox, into mega humidity into icebox.
We're all very used to it. Very, very used to it.
Yeah, I believe it,
I'm
man.
from Texas.
Oh, I'm
just
sorry.
gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, but you don't get that same. Do you get the same level of humidity, Pin? That Georgia gets?
I've told you, dude. Like one day after it rained during football practice, I took off my helmet, and like it felt like I had dipped my head in a bucket of water.
Yeah, but that was football practice, though.
It was so bad, like it was so stuffy, and it was so hot.
Yeah.
That the coaches didn't make us run that day.
That's good. Would that other coaches had that same feeling.
Like, just think about how hot that would have to be. And I've ran in some shitty stuff, so.
I assume they were not joking around about how hot it was then. Hey, Lego!
It's so tempting to just say hi to people from here.
Yeah, I just saw. I watched a stream of Destructoid was doing a little bit of a stream, and I watched it in between classes today. And yeah, it looks pretty. It looks. Oh no, was that? Yes, I was. Yeah, and it looked pretty good. From what I can tell, it's another one of those games that I'm like, this is awesome. And once I get through my Mass Effects, and I play Tomb Raider, Legend, and Underworld, and I play, it's like then I will get to the next Tomb Raider, and I still have the Assassin's Creeds to go through, more of them, and like, too many games, too little time. Oh yeah, I didn't see that part.
Dude, jailbreaking your phone has gotten so much less shady.
Than it used to be. Well, yeah, because Android is beating them up on that particular score, left, right, and center. So they decided they want to be all jailbroken and stuff. They want to be all cool like Android.
And the issue now.
I really don't want to
jailbreaking
download
is
all
unlocking.
things.
What's that? Eh?
Don't know.
Said the issue now isn't jailbreaking; it's unlocking to go from one carrier to another.
Yeah. Was there something that just came through that said that would be technically illegal? Hey, Knight. Or was I reading
Something
that wrong?
else just came through. The petition that they put in for the White House.
Yeah.
Said that it was legal, so it's probably gonna get revoked. The law will.
Yeah, It seems pretty shady. I mean, on its face.
But like, I remember jailbreaking my fucking iPhone 3, and it was shady.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to climb through tons of websites just to find it,
Yep.
and now it's like really clean and really nice looking.
Only phone that I ever did anything like that to was my HTC Fuse. I rooted, and like put in a custom mod and stuff like that. I think it was it my HTC Fuse? I think it was. That was the only time that I did pretty much anything like that. And after that, the Galaxy Note 2, the stock ROM is awesome. So, you know, I was like, I'm not going to fiddle with it if I don't need to. So, battery life is awesome, and so no complaints.
Night Sky's a bad friend.
Why are you mad at Night Sky?
He's a bad friend.
That's not specific. Be specific.
He got a beta key for a game that I want.
You're looking for a beta key for Dota 2? Because I think I have 800 of them sitting in my inbox somewhere. Is there anyone in the world who doesn't have a Dota 2 key at this point?
A lot of Asians buy them, like for hundreds of dollars.
What?
Yeah.
Every time I see people, they're like, "Hey, I'll trade you this for 658 Dota keys."
That's why they. That's why they can't. You can't give them to Asian players. It even says it on the key.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah. If you go to like your beta keys, it'll say it. I gave mine to people that didn't want it because I'm an asshole.
You got an alpha key for the mighty quest for epic loot.
We're gonna play that so much, Night Sky.
All right, this is this game that you told me. I think someone told me about this game, the mighty quest for epic loot.
He showed us the video one day, I think.
Oh god, this music, so many good memories. I should do a stream of Ultima Underworld sometime. Wish someone would do an HD of that. Come on, some aspiring modder out there, do an HD remix of Ultima Underworld. Game's badass. That's right. Yeah, I remember Night.
The trailer's so funny.
Isn't it the one with some dude who's like in a castle or something, and while the guy's running in, he's like, "So, what I try to do?" Like that kind of deal.
I'm gonna pop a link in your channel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen parts of it.
Pin, I'm a little bit jelly. I want a Gauntlet of Doom.
and all of the people shall rejoice and pay homage to their new guardian. Know that you too shall kneel before me, Avatar, for I shall be your companion, your provider.
Ultima 7, The Black Gate.
3. But sadly, there's no
Oh
killer
god,
cause.
another game I played all the
The Black Core, the
time.
heart of Exodus, is still beating.
Are you feeling old?
Test of truth.
No, no, I don't. It feels tremendous. It's like best nostalgia ever.
1999 was 14 years ago.
Games are so badass.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, what's your point?
I feel old.
Man, it's such a good game.
Dude, I still play SimCity.
Like the original?
No, the original. That's pretty intense if you still play the original SimCity.
That's super old, right? I was never a big SimCity fan, so.
Can I post a screenshot to the original SimCity?
Sure.
It's a Wikipedia link.
Sure.
I really want you to look at it because I've never even seen it. I just realized that.
Wow. That's pretty old. I vaguely remember friends of mine playing this. I never was into it, but
I've never seen this. I can't believe I've never seen this.
it was just like I was like, oh, it's addictive. I'm like, that's boring. Like, Civilization I can see, but like, I don't know.
I've always kind of liked to look at SimCity as the city portion of Civ.
Yeah, I can see that. Be cool if you could like zoom into Civ and all of a sudden it switches into a version of it. It just always seemed very like spreadsheety to me. I don't know, like just sort of, you know, you're trying to balance a bunch of like equations to kind of get something to work right. I'm sure that's not true, but
It's the reason I don't like playing it, SimCity 4, is that it doesn't turn into a city builder, but I guess this has a lot to do with the thing with like building cities. It turns into a traffic manager,
yeah.
and I hate it.
Well, I heard one of the objections to the new one that just came out, or is coming out tonight, was that there's way too much Sims and not enough city. And basically, the guy was like, I don't care about my Sims. I just want the city to function. So
they like modeled every sim, right?
right, apparently,
So-
and that may have been one of the issues why it got sort of to be able to do that, they had to limit the size of the city and stuff like that.
I hate it. I want it, but then I don't.
We built this city.
I have to run outside and get my phone plug in.
All right.
And I really don't want to. No, I'm not going. I just wanted to tell you how lazy I'm being.
All right. See you when you get back. Go ahead and do it. All right. Okay. See you when you arrive.
I'm sitting here cracking up because Arv is pushing you away.
No,
Yeah,
'cause
no, I'm definitely not going.
I'm doing it because, well, that's the I'll say, yeah, I should have realized. I was doing it because I was doing it for his own good, you know, but it didn't work out.
Notoriously lazy.
I'm reading on IGN, I'm looking at a page about SimCity. Games you may like. SimCity. Like, yes, IGN. Tremendous algorithm there. People who look at a game may be interested in that game. Whoa. Fabulous data.
Oh, dude. My dad has like all of Adele's stuff.
Adele, as in the singer.
Yeah.
Fire to the rain, watch me burn.
Watch the burn.
my
totally do
my
that
daughter
with
likes a couple songs by Adele. She's my 5-year-old, and so we came down. I came down the one day, and my wife and I walk around the corner, and there she is on the like basically the between the living room and the kitchen, on her knees, like doing this like, you know, to one of Adele's songs. She's like, you know, on the fire for you, and she's got like on her knees, like the arms lifted to the floor, like the Platoon shot, you know, the picture of the guy from Platoon. It's like, are you kidding me? Where did you learn that? And it was really funny. Kids are born.
Your wife was?
No, my daughter. If my wife
Oh.
was, I'd be worried about commit. You know, I'd be like, maybe it's time to commit her somewhere. No, my daughter. So it was awesome and cute. Whereas if my wife had been doing it, it would have been weird and disturbing.
iTunes Cloud is the coolest thing ever, by the way.
Yeah. exactly Lego.
I feel like I missed something. What happened?
What?
What did your 5-year-old do?
Oh, you asked me about that now. She was downstairs, and there was this Adele song on, and she was dancing to it, but she was like down on her knees, like in this, like during the chorus, like lip syncing to it with, like, you know, her arms in the air, like the guy from Platoon, you know, kind of like looking up at the sky type of thing. It was really funny. She was into the performance.
I'll be back.
See you, Pin.
I'm like psyching myself up.
What is the big deal about going outside, dude?
It's cold.
What? You're in Texas. How cold is it?
It's like 50 degrees.
Oh, God. Will you shut up? Freaking 28 degrees. Oh, it's freezing. I can't handle it. Just put on your damn flip-flops and go out there and get your thing.
I think it's like 30 in where I'm at.
I mean, like, that's just... Yeah, come on. Cold is not that. Cold are not those things. I do not think cold means what you think it means. Yep. Oh, what is this obsession with? So that you save your city in the cloud. So basically there's no way to really save it because it's just like essentially permadeath. Come on, man.
What?
Well, because, you know, you can't say... I mean, you can save your city when you leave, but you're saving it to the cloud, so you're not really... You know, like the whole thing is always on, so when you come back to it, like you can't destroy your city just to see what it's like and then roll back to an earlier save.
Yeah.
Because of this obsession with everything being in the cloud.
It's okay. I give it maybe 2 weeks before there's a cracked version that's not online.
Yeah, it's true. Others boycott EA's Origin platform entirely. Yeah.
Why
It
so
wasn't worth
depressed?
it. It's like the apocalypse outside. It's windy.
Honest to God.
It's cloudy.
There's weather.
The cows are having sex across the street.
That's utterly ridiculous.
I was waiting for your pun.
I don't know. I wanted to milk it for all it's worth.
Oh.
You started it. Cream's gonna rise to the top, man. Don't blame me for the cheese.
It's quite curdled.
I dare you to go there.
You were moved.
Don't move me out of my channel.
You were moved.
Do not move me out of my channel, Pinslate, or someone will have his moderator privileges revoked.
You deserved it.
No, I don't deserve anything about puns on my channel. I can pun when I want to. I do what I want. I can do what I want to. I can pun this one behind. Well, this review I'm reading on Gamer Horizon likes it. SimCity.
I was watching a stream earlier where a guy had downloaded the Korean version, I think it was, and
Yeah.
he was sitting there playing. He'd been playing for hours. It looked like a lot of fun.
That's cool. Hey, Ben. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. It's like of those games, the one that I love by far the most is Heroes of Might and Magic, and then Civ, depending on the game. And then, like, I don't know, SimCity. But I don't really like The Sims either. I think it's just, I don't know if it's something about the art style or what. It's just not, I don't know. It's never really grabbed me.
I like The Sims. I don't like that I have to spend like $200 on The Sims. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It could be that you just don't like the extreme micromanagement of the SimCity stuff. Because I know Civ is more of a macro type game.
Hey, Kool-Aid. Oh, Far Cry 3's
like-
pissing cat off. There's that's never happened before. Yeah, that could be it. That could very well be it, Slonis, because I don't, because the thing I like least, one of the things I like about Heroes is that, I mean, there is some micromanagement, but it's so much faster and more streamlined. I sometimes even like Civ micromanagement pisses me off. So, yeah, micromanagement is not my favorite thing in the world. Rope of climbing. Well, you got to use your imagination, man. You guys should consider yourselves lucky you have anything after the first bite at the apple you got in this game. Like, you free a thief, guy steals stuff from you. You get owned by a shape changer. You get attacked by a wild. You sit in a chair and have your energy drained. You get attacked by a wild boar.
And dysentery.
And dysentery.
You know that you can still play the first SimCity in your browser?
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, you should play it.
Hey, Gil, congratulations, man. Really? So you actually liked Dragon Age? That's interesting. I mean, Dragon Age 2. I think that's the first person I've heard who said that. I've heard a lot of people who are not fans.
I never even played it. Like, I love the first one, haven't played the second one.
Yeah, I got right to the end of the first one and got bored. I never even finished the end of Dragon Age.
Yeah, I could stream that. I never thought about that.
Sure.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, sounds good.
How far did you get in Dragon Age? I never
I,
actually asked you that.
I got right to the end of, let's see. I was right at the end of the last city. I was actually running up to the tower for basically like the final battle, and I was like, eh. I still have it. I should try to
so
just
you're-
pull it out and basically just finish it. I mean, I was like I was already in the last city. I'd already like fought a bunch of guys. So,
Last boss fight's laughable.
yeah. I just was, eh. At that point, I realized there was something wrong, because I had played through a lot of hours, but I was just like, I felt like I was, for a lot of the end of, probably the last like 10 hours, I was just kind of going through the motions. I got really bored with the combat system. I felt like the whole thing was just, I don't know, was not grabbing me.
But it does look like a Minotaur. It might be an ogre, but it kind of looks like a Minotaur.
Yeah. Yeah, the combat was very disappointing in Dragon Age, I thought.
I'm completely the opposite. I watched the video on Dragon Age 2 and I didn't like the combat. It kind of reminded me the combat in Dragon Age, or Dragon Age Origins. Like the combat of SWTOR, which I liked.
Shadows of the Old Republic? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic, the combat system.
Oh, Kodar. I
That's
thought
basically
you said
the same
Sodar. Yeah, you know, and I like Knights of the Old Republic, but I didn't make that connection. I don't know.
thing. That's what the combat felt like to me. That's the way I played it at least.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I think Mass Effect in a lot of ways was kind of a spiritual successor to, you know, Knights of the Old Republic 2. So, I don't know, Ben. I mean, it's if we don't get more people in for this, I may do ME2. Because I wanted to stream for a little bit, but I'm not going to be streaming for hours, and I really don't want to stream a 6 or 7. I was a little worried because I had my night class tonight, so I got back late, and I was worried that starting this late might be a problem. But you know,
Have you played the intro?
to Mass Effect 2, yes, I did. I liked it a lot. I was very impressed.
Fuck.
Yep.
I wasn't here.
When he walks out into the open ship, you know, the broken ship, and it's looking up at the planet because basically the hull's been blown off. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, that set the tone for the whole game. Like
Yeah.
that intro did.
I was extremely
compared
impressed.
to ME1's intro mission.
Yep.
Which kind of didn't, to me at least, but
God, I don't even
the
remember.
intro mission to
Eden
ME2
Prime.
was pretty.
Yeah, you're right. The Eden Prime mission was kind of underwhelming. It didn't really kind of communicate everything the
Like
way that
you
ME2
saw-
did.
You saw Saren take off, and I didn't have any idea what it was, you know, and then
Yep.
The Spectre, I forget his name.
Oh, the dude who gets shot? Oh God, I don't remember his name.
The final boss.
Oh,
whatever his
Saren.
name was.
Well, Saren is the
Saren?
Saren is the Spectre. Yeah, he's the final boss.
He's a Spectre.
Yeah, he was the Spectre.
well,
but
then
he was the first
Reaper.
Spectre. Oh, Sovereign? You talk about?
And so, yeah.
Hey,
Get my
Net.
names mixed up. Anyway. Hey, Netwin. Anyway, that didn't, really didn't give me a lot of what's going on. But then whenever I got into ME2, I pinpointed, I knew exactly what ship it was.
Yeah.
You heard about the collectors from the from the first game.
Yes. Although I don't know
Stuff like
any of the real details, it'd be interesting to see more of it. I liked what they did to the UI too. Good man, how are you? I like the
I
UI.
almost spoiled the game for you.
I felt like yeah, it's okay. Why is the thingy? Because here's why. Like, oh look, green. It's because I was trying to do something that was close to like the Forest of Doom feel, I guess. But yeah. Yes, but I don't actually need new stats for this one. But I am going to use it again for future. I was actually going to put provisions in there, and then I realized that I already had provisions as a separate slot, so I don't have anything to use for those extra stats yet. But yeah, now I know how to do it, though, so... Alright, well, that's no more telling me about anything close to the, ME3, Guilt. Let me get there on my own.
I'm pretty sure you would have hit me. So I stopped talking.
Yes. Well, wisely decided. What do I think of Assassin's Creed 4? I think I saw the trailer. I watched the trailer, and I heard this person who was complaining. It was my own fault because it was somebody on Forbes, and once in a while, Forbes gets this idea that they're hip, and they're like, oh, let's do something on computers, and then they produce some inane article. And so this person was just kind of like, Assassin's Creed 4 is not an Assassin's Creed game because it's just a bunch of pirates and like nobody gets assassinated. I'm like, yes, except for the last 20 seconds where somebody obviously gets assassinated and the guy is using a hidden blade and he's got the cloak. But other than that, you're totally right. Wait, what? So I thought it looked kind of cool. I mean, it was one of those games that one of those trailers I was like, this is great. I'm like, oh god, it's another game I don't know when I'm going to get to, so.
Does it feel rushed?
Like
already showing a trailer.
I don't know.
game.
I don't know. There's been some people who have said that maybe the Assassin's Creed franchise is speeding things up too much. I mean, it's a lot of money in each one. I like that they're doing the pirate thing as kind of a different take, but yeah.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed 3. I played all the other ones, but I just feels rushed. Like, Assassin's Creed 3 didn't come out until recently, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, in fairness, like, the Assassin's Creed 4 isn't due until, like, November. So, I think Assassin's Creed 3 was, middle of the summer? So Assassin's Creed 4 is, over a year later. Yeah, the AC games are great. Yeah, no, I basically trust Ubisoft Montreal. but they're not perfect. I even think that starting from AC1 is good just to get more of the story. That was the other thing. The same person in Forbes wrote another article saying that AC1 was a superior game to AC2, and I'm like, you're drunk. you are utterly drunk.
I like the story, but you can't play the second game and understand what's going on, especially the ending to that game. At AC2, if you didn't play the first one, you'd be like, what?
Yeah. AC2 definitely helps. AC1 helps explain AC2, and that helps explain AC Brotherhood, and then,
The gameplay on AC1 wasn't that great.
No, there were so many things that in AC2 became a lot better. The fact that you could run through a city without the guards being like, why are you running? Like attacking you, which is nonsense. And the fact that Ezio is about 650 times more charismatic than Altair is. So, I genuinely liked Ezio. Altair was just like, ugh, come on, dude.
He has a really cool name.
He does. Yeah, Ben, I've done them in order, in the regular order. AC1, AC2, AC Brotherhood, and now I have Revelations to do. And then AC3. And then maybe by that time, AC4 will be out. Too many games.
I'm skipping Revelations.
No, I'm going to play Revelations.
Not even going to play it. Not even going to try.
It's kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel like I have to kind of wrap up the Ezio story.
Nope. Not even going to try. I don't even know if I could play 3.
Oh, that's interesting, Nat. Oh, well. Yeah, see, the problem is, because the reason that I don't want to do, the reason I don't want to cut out the reset poll part is because then to do that I would have to screen region it such that the window would not. If I move the window on my desktop, I'd have to move the screen region on XSplit. As opposed to just if you just click on the window, then XSplit you can follow. The XSplit will follow wherever you move the window on your desktop. So that's why. But that's a little better. Oh, you know what I was going to tell you, Net, by the way? I'm going to do that with the extended poll also. I was going to tell you that for this extended poll, let me see if I can do it without messing everything up. No, I can't. Okay. Well, so maybe I can put it here for the moment. Okay. So let's see if it does it. Okay. You see that? When I add a bunch of cases and then I remove a bunch of those cases, this empty space is left down here, and I can't minimize the rest of it. Yeah. Okay. I just noticed that the other day. Oh, and it's still doing it. So I'd have to close out of the whole thing. It sounds a little bit like Mass Effect. Hey, mate. Welcome in. Yeah, Tommy's a good dude. He's definitely a good dude. I like him a lot too. He's a cool guy. He's very chill, very laid back. Yeah. Yeah, he's very chill, very laid back. He doesn't drop the F-bomb every other second. So he's a cool guy. I agree. Chill, yeah, like very kind of just relaxed, you know. He's not he doesn't rage at games, which is something I'm not a big fan of. So yeah. So like that's what it means basically in this context. It just means he's very relaxed and laid back. Oh, you don't think he is? I think he is. I mean, he's very laid back. I don't mean that he's not legit. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think he's like very relaxed with chat, and he's just kind of like will hang out with his viewers. Yeah, he does that too. He does that too. He sent me a Twitch message. He's emotional about his games, but he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't rage at his games though. Net. He doesn't flip out. If you want to see a guy who rages at his games, like Big Richie gets real upset with his games, and I'm not a big fan of that. I think that Tommy rages less than Kata does even. So yeah, he's pretty cool about that. He's kind of building his viewer base. So
I hate people that rage to get views. Just saying.
Well, yeah, and even if they're doing it like not on purpose, but it's just the way they are, I just don't like that shtick. It's why I stopped streaming the first Tomb Raider, and I completed it off stream because I was not liking the way I was acting with it. I'm like, this is not me. I don't want to be this way. So,
I mean, yeah, I feel you.
I don't know. No, I think Kata used to rage a lot more on like permadeath stuff. I think he was raging a lot tonight because he's frustrated that SimCity is being such a pain in the butt to download, and at the same time he's trying to wrap up some parts of Far Cry. Was he? I don't really... Oh, well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he was raging a lot. See, I don't know that I should get into this. I just think that Kata puts big challenges on himself, and then a lot of times he gets really upset and frustrated because of the challenges. To which I'm like, so don't do the challenges. Because no one on your stream is watching you because of the challenges. Like, very few people are like, what? You're gonna use a gun? I'm out. Like, I mean, nobody does that. So I feel like he sort of adds these challenges, then he finds that some of the challenges, as good a player as he is, are too difficult, and then he's like, well, I'm not, that's it, and yeah. Yeah, not rage quit.
See Dishonored.
Yes. Well, yeah, because and I don't blame him for getting angry at how far he'd gotten into the game, but he had like these ridiculous standards, like permadeath, like dead is dead, and it was for him or the other person. So if he shoots somebody by, if he like tranquilizes somebody, and the enemy happens to be dumb and staggers off a roof, somehow that means he's got to reset. I mean, that's just, I'm sorry, Yeah, no, he's still a good friend and a good guy, and I will continue to watch him. I still think he's a very good streamer. Yeah, some of the rules are sometimes irritating. I just think he sets these artificial challenges for himself and then gets mad when the challenges are, a pain in the butt. So
hard.
Yeah, like I think some of his best commentary I think has been on recently was on Civ. Over the last month or so, when he's streamed Civ, I think his commentary on Civ is awesome. I think he's very good at it. It's really interesting. So I was wondering how long it was going to take, Netowin, for you to notice that. No one's voted on it yet.
Like, that's probably the only thing I actually watch him play anymore, actually. I said actually twice in that sentence.
Yes. Hey, Rap. No, we're getting ready to start. If I get enough people in, we will play. Oh, no. That's fine, dude. I have no complaints about you at all. Oh, that's cool, Lego. No. I don't mind you hanging out elsewhere, man. I don't like ask people to swear loyalty oaths. I think you've proven how much you've given to the channel over the I was about to say over the years, over the many years, by which I mean less than a year. But
I'm moderate for so many different channels. It gets kind of meshed at times.
yeah.
Like the other day or days ago, Cad was banning people in TeamSpeak, and I checked my other TeamSpeak, and it was his TeamSpeak, and there was a bunch of confusion. It's first world problems.
First world problem. Internet world problems.
I really want to show you this picture.
If it's gonna be if it's one of, I can never tell with
Yeah.
you. Sometimes your pictures are cool. Sometimes I'm like, what?
Well, it's
Yes.
I'm gonna copy and paste the title.
Okay. Salonis, the second book is a work in progress, very much so, because there's about, I'd say, maybe 3 chapters written of the second book in the series, although a lot of the, my focus has been on getting these other series openers written, because I want one of those to sell. Icarus or Grey Shade, one of the books I'm working on is called Sunrise and Empire, that's a 4th series, because you can't write the other books in the series, or can't sell them if you haven't sold book 1, so that's why. Work and teaching's been good, Rap. I'm kind of tired tonight because this is my long day, where I have classes and I have a night class in the evening. And then I have I have to finish up a short story in the next couple days, edit a podcast, and then I'm going to have the weekend to chill and relax. Hopefully I can get some good streaming in then as well. And then next week, midterm papers and exams start to come in, and so the next couple weeks are going to be pretty dicey in terms of streaming. I'll do it when I can, but it's going to be super busy. So, but yeah, it's been good though. Can't complain. I had my dentist appointment. Dentist was like, "Oh, your teeth are looking great. You did a tremendous job." I was like, "Thank you, dentist. Thank you for saying that my teeth are in good shape." My students right now are chilled, but it's also because we just got done with the earliest spring break in the history of recorded time. So I feel like my students have been more out of class than in class over the beginning of the semester, so it's really ridiculous. They actually had I saw a thing that, so next week is our midterm week, so we have regular class this week. The first day of class next week is basically what I'm using for a review session. So I'm basically going over all the, details of the exams, except in my creative writing class where we don't, there's no exam to be given. And then I actually am administering the exams on Thursday, and then I'm supposed to get midterm grades in, like within 2 or 3 days. Realistically, it's probably going to be a day or 2 after that, that I'll get it in for the freshmen, and then the other grades for everybody else. And once that first big push, the first one is always the most difficult because it's all the papers and all the exams. This time I only have 2 classes worth of exams because creative writing doesn't have exams, but so that's good. And then once that's done, then then everything else is staggered. Like my second paper comes by itself, the third paper comes by itself. Like there's revisions, but it's not nearly as hard to do those. So it's really just that first thing where you've got exams and comments and you got to do it and like turn it around very quickly that makes it difficult. But yeah, I think my students are pretty chill about it because they just got back basically. You mean like exam versus short? You mean like essay versus short answer, that kind of thing? Because most of my exams are based on either like most of my exams are short answer and essay. Actually, pretty much those are my exams. Tend to be short answer and essay. And a lot of times my exams are open book and open note, which I find is super helpful because it cuts way down on people being like thinking that they have to memorize this, that, and the other. Because I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in them understanding themes that we discussed in class, understanding sort of concepts that were gone over in the stories, kind of the artistic trends, how those things compare to each other. So if people get that right, I feel like they're doing what they're supposed to do. So, 150-word answer is an essay, huh? Well, a 150-word answer is about half a page. So if he thinks half a page is, yeah. Yep. Open book. But see, the good thing about open book is it's because my students are always like, open book, awesome. I'm like, yep, and that means that you have to cite from the text. And they're like, what? I'm like, yep, got to cite from your text. Cite from that book.
I don't want to do the test anymore.
That's a
Can
tweet.
we not use the book and not have to cite?
No.
That means that it, like, requires effort.
That's what exactly. See there, because everyone's reaction is always the same. They're like, awesome, and then I'm like, and you'll have to cite evidence. And they're like, and their faces fade, and they're like, oh, like fall, and they're like, oh man.
Oh man, it's gonna be hard.
Because we have to think, and means that I have to have learned. It's like, yep, that's right. Welcome into everybody who's in the stream. We're waiting for a few more people to come in before we get underway. I am super tired, so I mostly was playing because I didn't want. I was thinking about doing ME2 for a little bit, but then I was like, no, I want to give people a chance to play some more Forest of Doom. But I'm super tired, so we'll see. I'm as tired as you guys were when you sat down on that chair and had all your energy drained. Oh, you went there. No, it's fine, Rap. I mean, I like this too, don't get me wrong. It's not like this is hard work, but it takes more focus on my part. And right now I'm just like, you know. I believe, you know what? I appreciate that. If you could send me like a grande English breakfast tea, you know. Little grande English breakfast tea, lightly sweetened. This time topped with some half and half.
You know those?
That'd be badass.
You know those Starbucks things that come in the glass, like the bottles that you can buy at convenience stores?
Yeah.
Like iced coffee.
Yep.
Protecting.
Yep.
It's like my guilty pleasure, dude.
Iced coffee. I have to say, I don't really like coffee. I like tea a lot. I don't really drink coffee except for iced coffee, which I do like. I don't know why, but I just do.
I don't like hot coffee. I like coffee, but I don't like it, to burn my mouth.
Right. My dad used to drink nothing but straight, like, well, I mean, he drank water, but I mean, like, when he drank coffee, he drank black coffee. Nothing in it. I was always like, what? But that was how he always was. He always liked black coffee. So, yeah, I'm telling you right now, English breakfast or Irish breakfast, sign me up. Like, Earl Grey's okay, but English or Irish breakfast, that's where it's at. You hate big streams, Nat? Yeah. You drink it black, man? I don't know. I need a little bit of sweetness. I can't just like, it's like eating a freaking coffee leaf. I mean, a coffee bean, you know. Give me that coffee bean. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ah, English breakfast. Yes. I find also that tea does a better job of keeping me awake when I'm tired. It used to be that, because I don't drink soda a whole lot. When I do drink it, I drink like root beer or occasionally ginger ale. But it used to be that when I need to stay awake, because I was, whatever I was working on. This is back mostly when I was in college. I would just, I'd like get a 2-liter of Coke or whatever, or Mountain Dew sometimes, and that would keep me awake. That stuff does not work anymore. Like, I need basically tea or coffee, not coffee, well, iced coffee, or like tea, especially like a hot tea, to kind of keep me going in those situations, which probably is good that I don't try to push my body beyond that, and my body's like, no, go to sleep. I'm like, all right, okay. So, hey, nerdy.
Oh, you got me. Time to go back to sleep.
Yep. Sleep time, sleep time. You used to eat coffee beans as a kid? Now that's interesting. When I was a child.
Did Mano tell you what happened with his apartment complex?
No, what happened?
I don't know if I should say it on stream.
By the way, did Mano tell you something really cool? No? Oh well, maybe I shouldn't tell you.
I'll just message it on TeamSpeak.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the, yeah, that's cool. We're almost there. I'll probably get started in like I get another person and I'll probably start at like 12 or 13. Fifth Redemption. What is up, bro? Wow. Man, I have not seen you for a while. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Fifth, I'm going to be in Toronto at the beginning of next month for Ad Astra. In Toronto, so you got to stop by. What was I going to say? The new SimCity we were talking about, Net, before you got on. And I feel like I was never a big fan of SimCity anyway, but it looks to me like this new SimCity... First of all, I hate always-on stuff. Hate. But also, I feel like... It feels from the way I can see it that they made this much smaller in scale, and I felt like the whole point of these games is to get bigger in scale, not smaller, so... I don't know. Anywho.
I was expecting cities the size of, you know, half a state. Like North
Yeah,
Carolina.
you know, instead of having these like cities, and when you have more than one city, it has to be like way far apart. Ad Astra is a convention. Actually, let me see if I can find it.
Because, like, in SimCity 4, you had multiple grids that you built cities on, and then you connected them. So...
Right.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Right, which is kind of the whole thing is that people don't want to play The Sims, they want to play SimCity, you know? With Xanos' favorite writer, Jim Butcher, guest of honor.
Why aren't you guest of honor, Arv? Disappoint me.
One step at a time, man. Hopefully soon. I like Ad Astra. There are a lot of good people there. There I am. Who do I know who's going? Let's see. I know Murray
I'd
Bilodeau.
love to go.
I know Ben Bo. I know Robert Boychuk was on a panel with him. I don't know Jim Butcher, but I'm looking forward to talking to him. I'll see if I can get him on Speculate. I know Suzanne Church. I know David Klink. Julie Cherneda, I don't know, but I know of. Adrian Everett is the one who runs the programming side. I know J.M. Fry. Ed Greenwood. Ed's my boy. I love Ed. He basically created the Forgotten Realms for D&D. He's a big shot at Wizards of the Coast writer and a really good guy. And he and Gabriel Harbowy edited the anthology that I showed up in, one of them that I was in last year. Adrian Kress I know pretty well. And Derek Kunskin. It's all the same people. It's pretty cool. It's like a bunch of people that they all go to the same thing. Leslie Livingston. And, of course, a lot of Canadians for obvious reasons. Nick Montgomery, yeah. Leah Peterson, yeah. Brett Savory, yeah. Robert Sawyer, Hayden Trenholm, Me. Oh, as in like, oh, we have 13. All right, we'll get started here in just a minute. As in like, are you talking about like Destructoid, or that's not right, or like the crew, like Big Richie is. Hey, what's up, Tommy? What's going on, bro? Series runner. We were just talking about you a little while ago. You're talking about like the crew, Netawin, or something like that. Yeah. I don't even know how I would go about doing that. And I don't know whether they would be wanting me to start keeping some absolutely regular stream schedule, which I can't do right now. But that's, you know, yeah, I mean, like, in general terms, sure. Really? You don't have to do anything? You just join? Series, you gonna stick around and play a little bit of this game book, this powerful game book action with these intense graphics, my friend? Look at this, huh? This is badass. This is like 720p. Look at that Puma. That Puma is coming right into your screen. Let's look at it. Oh God. I'm also tired, so everything I have humor is goofy. Yeah, unless Sirius has to go stream himself, which I totally understand. But if not, if you want to stick around, you're welcome to, of course. Oh, let me see. Cool link. Not sure if it'd be free. Work I guess for school. Still cool though. Oh, cool. Yeah, Fifth. No, I don't know if it's free. Probably not, I would say. But I don't think it's super expensive. So, but Netawin, do you know if there's like an application process or something? I assume, right? Like, I would gather. It's not just that, like, I want to be in the crew and then I'm in the crew or whatever, right? Really? Oh. Huh. I should decide which group I want to do then. And sure, that's fine. Someone has to accept me. Oh, I didn't get that link. I did not get that link. So send that again, Fifth. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, you know, that's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea, Salonis. I should think about that. I should, to do a group with a bunch of people that I know. It's not a bad idea. It'd be a bunch of the smaller streamers, I think, but Maybe we could combine together and become a force for good. In Twitch. Alexi Murdoch. All right. That's cool. Fifth, do me a favor and Twitch message that to me also, so that because I don't want to pop this out in chat right now. But like Twitch message to me so that I can listen to it later. So I do not miss it. I can't do my own group? Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So, WPG. I got it. Ned, are you part of a group or no? Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
I am, but I don't stream. So I guess I'm like half a person.
All right. I don't know about how the group stuff works. I'll talk to Kat about it too. Wait, but you just recommended it to me. Why do you hate being part of a group? Arv, you should totally be part of a group. Really? Yeah, I hate it. What? Is that like the thing when you're at the dinner table and you bite into something that's really disgusting? You're like, oh, this is terrible. Taste this. Like, wait, why would I want to? God, this smells terrible. Smell this. I don't want to smell that. The heck?
Dude, you're not a bro if you don't do that.
It's acceptable for me. Yeah, exactly. Me. It's acceptable for me and unacceptable for you. Why is that? Yeah, Ned, when you'd have to join in, we could combine. Net, we could combine the power of Russian streaming with American streaming. We could reunite. We would bring together the continents of Asia with the continent of North America.
And then we can wage war against the Brazilians.
Well, my point, I was going to say world peace, but okay. I love how Pin immediately jumps to and then destruction. I'm like, no, world peace. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm sure there's a way to be able to do it. We'd have to take a look and see. I'm sure there's a way to figure out that I can figure out a way to maybe create a group. Because if we combine that together with people that we know who stream, because there's other people like Pin does some, Knight streams some. It's a lot of smaller streamers. Kata would be the biggest one, but you know what? L would probably join. Although I think L is already in a group now that I think of it. But I don't know. Maybe I could convince TPG to come out of retirement, or Lazarius.
He's part of the Midnight Crew.
Oh, is he really? He hasn't been on lately, has he?
Yeah. I don't ever see him. He gets on Twitter sometimes.
Yeah, that's too bad. He's a good dude.
So I think he's part of the Midnight Crew. I'm gonna go check.
Thanks, Fifth. I will do that. Lazarius is gonna be streaming. He said he's gonna be streaming. What the hell did he say he's gonna be streaming? He's streaming something soon. He popped on my Mass Effect stream, I want to say maybe last week, or maybe 8-10 days ago, and he was just like over the moon with how I was playing. I knew him a little bit from Kata days, but he was like, "This guy's amazing!" Like, and he asked me about some of the choices I made in the game, and he's like, "That's exactly what you should do. This guy's the best." So I don't know. He was, but I think I read that he was going to be streaming something soon. He just said that he'd run out of games that were epic enough to stream, is what he said. So. Yeah.
Huh, I guess it's not part of the Midnight Crew.
Oh, Net. But you're selling
There's
yourself short.
We have...
Net, you're selling yourself short, man, because what would happen is people would, once people found your stream, they would follow you because of how good a streamer you are. So don't sell yourself short, man.
We have somebody named TPG. But I guess that it's not the TPG.
Mm-hmm. What? I call shenanigans. That is not true. That is factually untrue. I have talked to people who liked you as a streamer, Net. That is factually untrue. Oh, one of us would have to be a partner. God damn it. Well. Well, right, Net, because they've... That's so funny. The rest followed me by recommendations. Recommendations from people who said, you know who's a good streamer? Netowin. Yet for some reason you look at that and say you're not a good streamer? I don't know. All right, we're going to get underway, folks, because I'm going to fall asleep on my keyboard here, and I don't want to do that. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. How's everyone doing? Everyone sound off in chat and let me know how you're doing. How's Tricks? How's Tricks from people out there? Good. Fifth Redemption says things are good. Series, man, you were a badass, dude. You're one of the... Somebody brought up, Salonis brought up today that you had emailed, that you had Twitch messaged people. Like, you're one of the few streamers I know who does that. It's really badass. Awesome sauce. Tired. Yeah, everyone's tired today. What's up with that? I want to make Puma Jr. a reality. Okay. So for people who have not... for people who have been here before, has anyone not played before this game? Or I don't need to go through the rules, right? Is everyone here? Let me take a look. Come on, Twitch, catch up, please. There we go. Yeah, I think everyone on here has already played with me. Series, do you know how to play this? Have you played this before? I know you're doing your midterm project, so there's no pressure. I'm just curious. Okay. So, basically the deal is that, so we've got, what we have here is a character that we've created by chat, the name Puma Rodriguez. And Puma Rodriguez is basically a sword for hire in this particular adventure, which is called the Forest of Doom. He has a series of statistics that he rolled up, which is stamina, that's basically health, skill, which is essentially his abilities in combat, and then luck, which is how lucky he is. These things don't apply in this particular book. Gold, right now he has 0 because he bought a whole ton of crap, which you can see right here, and then 8 provisions. And the way this works is there are this particular story. Puma is trying to find this hammer because he was sitting in this camp outside this forest, and then this dwarf walked in and fell over. And basically it was this dwarf who was trying to get back for the dwarves of Stonebridge their hammer so they can rise up and protect the village against the hill trolls. So one part of the hammer was split into 2 parts, both taken by goblins. And you know that the head is bronze and the handle is ebony. Both of them have the letter G on it. And that's pretty much all you know. The first day was really bad. What happened was you guys went into the forest. You found a thief, a guy who you thought needed help, and you helped him, and it turned out he stole a couple of your things. Then you got owned by a shape changer and lost a whole ton of health. Then you sat in a chair to eat provisions, and while you were eating those provisions, you lost more energy because it was like a chair of draining or something like that. And then you got attacked by a wild boar, although you did manage to defeat it. So it was not good for the home team. Yeah, it was a bad opening. People wanted to commit suicide. It was bad. So, they wanted their character they wanted to reset. So, that's where things stand, and we are now going to move forward here. The only thing I'll mention is that periodically I will ask people to vote on different things. That's what this stuff is for. If it's a simple poll, I'll just say, you know, this is option 1 is to go left, option 2 is to go right, or whatever, and then people vote on it. And then occasionally we'll have an extended poll where we have a bunch of things. Like when we bought these items, I had to put them all in this new extended poll option. All of this ably programmed by the aforementioned Netowin, by the way. So right now I have this poll: coffee, tea, or Mountain Dew greater than all. So I will now clear all those and the votes. So yeah. So basically that's the way that the game works, and we'll see the rest of them. So yeah. So let's see where we are. 323. We're also listening to some classic Ultima Underworld. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. And the other problem is that we have sometimes done some mapping in the past with our friend Satulbo, but he's got school as well, and he can't always do it. And so I'm still trying to think of a more permanent solution for mapping, but we'll see. Okay, so here we go. By the way, is everyone happy? I don't want to go through a big poll. Is everyone happy with keeping Lego as our dice roller officially? I know. Just go talk to the hill trolls. Hey, like, guys, don't attack the dwarf village. Okay. Yeah, now you got a little tripped up last time, Lego. A little tripped up, I gotta be honest. You were a little... This wasn't vintage Lego performance a couple nights ago, so, you know. So let's see the magic this time around, right? Okay. You know, as much as I like this theme, I'm getting kind of tired of the same 5 songs over and over again, so let me see if I can... Alright, we'll put up one of my favorite soundtracks. If I can find it, that is. There it is. Nice. Bump, bump. Bump, 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 bump. Lego, you are 100% right. They did. My father in particular. Okay. So, alright. Here we go, peoples. Walking north, you soon arrive at a junction in the path. You may continue north, you may go west, or you may go east. And I used it up though, Lego. So, continuing north would be option 1, going west would be option 2, going east would be option 3. Alright, I have a vote for west. Another vote for west. This music is very powerful, this selection. Gotta go west. No. I have 1 vote for north. And west. Alright, I have 4 votes for west, 1 vote for north. Going once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gonna go west. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. He's doing a midterm project. I'm sure he'll be in and out. Alright. Ah, I have a picture for this one. Ahead, you see that the path ends at the door of a large hut made of dried mud. It has a domed roof and a single window. You peer through the window and see... Hold on, let me get you this picture. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, not at all, dude. You don't have to, don't worry about it. That totally don't have to, like, feel pressure to participate at all. Alright, get ready for these graphics. Pow! You peer through the window and see a large man with dark skin sitting at a table in the middle of the hut. He is bare-chested and is flexing the muscles of his arms. Do you wish to enter the hut? That's option 1, or do you want to return to the junction in the path? That's option 2. Yeah, what could go wrong? I have this image of him going, hut, 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 enter the hut and show him our guns. That's funny. Tell him you killed his wife. You killed my... Right. As you enter the hut, the big man smiles. He looks pleased to see you and starts to speak in a deep voice. Welcome, stranger. My name is Quinn, and I earn my living by my arms. Would you care for a little wager, perhaps at arm wrestling? Do you wish to accept the challenge or decline his offer? Arm wrestling contest. Who's in? He looks like a chump. You guys got this guy. Puma Rodriguez. A Puma Rodriguez will always win battles. Okay. Alright, you're going to accept the challenge. Fun. If you possess an armband of strength, and look who possesses an armband of strength. There's another entry here. Quinn explains that he will wager some dust of levitation against an item or coins to the value of 10 gold pieces. As you sit down at the table opposite him, you deftly slip the armband of strength onto your arm. You put your elbow onto the table and lock hands with him. His grip is like an iron jaw, and his dark slanted eyes look confident. His biceps bulge, and he gives the signal for the contest to begin. You start to push his arm down and are amazed at your own strength. Sweat breaks out on his forehead, and you can see the disbelief and pain on his face. You push harder and force his arm onto the table in disbelief. Quinn stands up and walks silently to a wooden chest at the back of the hut. He lifts the lid and pulls out a small glass vial. He hands it to you and walks back to the table where he slumps in the chair, looking thoroughly dejected. The dust in the vial sparkles in the light, and you put it into your backpack and leave the hut. Outside, you walk back to the junction in the path. So, congratulations, you've successfully broken the man. But I was always the strongest until Puma Rodriguez. Until Puma Rodriguez cheated and, like, used some, like, badass... some ring. Be at his house to assert dominance. I've been joking with Inaminatus that you guys know I watch once in a while, that his name of his show is Level Up, so I've been joking that every time he levels up, he should like point at the camera and be like, and that's another level up from Ding Inaminatus. So that's what you should do. You should be like, and that's another item gained from Ting Puma Rodriguez. You need branding, you know? I'm leaving it there for now, Neto, and I don't know if you're going to need it or not, honestly. So that's why I'm leaving it there. I'm not 100% sure. All right. Yeah, now you have a cosmetic armband of strength. Exactly. Okay. You arrive back at the crossroads. Ignoring the way south back to the forest, you may go north, that's option 1, or continue east. So you can go north, option 1, or east, option 2. North, east, north, north. Do now, 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 now. Wow, we have some differences of opinion this time around. 3 norths, 3 easts. Do 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 do. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just bopping to the music. No, I've been following. So we've got 4 of each. I've got 4 votes for East and 4 votes for North. There was a rough map that Rap's been drawing. Yeah. Which is very clutch on Rap's part, because otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, I really love Chrono Cross's soundtrack. All right, I have 4 votes for North, 4 votes for East. I'm going to need someone to break this tie. Who will win this titanic struggle? Yes, if you get through the forest, Salonis, there is an option given to you to circle back around to the start. That is correct. You guys, leave him alone, please. He can participate as much as he needs to or not. The guy's gonna be like, I get in there, God, it's like there's no chance to lurk. Like, do what I say. Yeah, I mean, assuming you survive, you know. I'm just saying. Speaking of which, while you guys are trying to decide how to break this vote, do you want to eat another provision to increase your hit points by another 4? Because you're at 10 out of 22 right now. So, do you want to drop a provision, use a provision to eat 4 more points? Okay. I figured you might want to. I think this will make it a little bit easier. Okay, so you don't mind changing to north. Okay, so that means that we're going to have another vote for north, east, north. Okay. All right. Going once. Going twice. Okay. As you walk further northwards across the plain, the grass gradually becomes shorter and the ground starts to rise gently. Ahead you hear the roar of crashing water. Soon you reach the bank of a wide river split on 2 levels. To your right the water is calm and slow-moving, but in front of you it tumbles noisily down a great waterfall to a gorge below, where the river narrows and runs quickly west over rocks and boulders. Steps lead down by the side of the waterfall to the bottom of the gorge, although it is difficult to see where they end because of the spray thrown up. Across the river you see the path heading north into the distance. A small wooden boat is tied to a post to your right where the river is calm. Will you walk down the steps to the base of the waterfall or row the wooden boat across the river? Option 1 is walking down the steps to the base of the waterfall. 2 is rowing the wooden boat across the river. Whitewater rafting. Let's see, I have boat, steps, boat. Boat, steps. The waterfall, so there are these steps leading down by the side of the waterfall to the bottom of this gorge. So basically there's this big gorge below, like this valley, and there are steps leading down by the side of the waterfall to the bottom of the gorge. So you could either take the boat across the river where the river's calm, or you could walk down the steps to them of the gorge where the waterfall is. Steps. Okay. 3 for waterfall, 2 for boat. Hidden passage, yeah, I know. That's true, there's always a hidden passage in a waterfall. From the early days of Zelda, right? Okay. Alright, going once. Going twice. Okay. You walk down the slippery stone steps to the bottom of the waterfall. You look up and see a magnificent rainbow reflected in the spray. It is dark in the gorge and impossible to see through the wall of water where the steps end. Do you wish to walk through the sheet of water or climb back up the stone steps? So sheet of water, do you want to walk through the water or do you want to climb up the stone steps? Yeah, I had a feeling people were going to want to do the water. I had a good guess. That's what you guys were going to do. Alright. I have a picture for this one too. You walk along the steps through the waterfall into a large cavern where there is a pool of still water. The steps run round the side of the pool and there is a stone table and chair on the far side. You go to the table and see fish scraps lying on it. Suddenly you hear a noise of splashing behind you. And you see this. Hold on a second. Hold on, I know I saw this picture. Yeah, there it is. And you see this. A strange creature climbs out of the pool and advances towards you armed with a trident. His legs are like a man's, but his face and torso resemble a large green fish with bulbous eyes. His arms are like yours, but are covered with large scales. He is a fish man, and you must fight him. Or a murloc, yes. Attempted to seduce it. He goes, I will not be seduced. Skill 7, stamina 6. Oh, the murlocs. Oh, God, love it. Okay, let's get those dice rolling. Oh, man. All right. All right, Lego, let's make it rain here. Ugh. Lego, what? Eh. Yar. Thank you. Great. That's what a marketable skill that is. Hey Arv, can you do a murloc on command? All right, a 6 is to begin. So a 16, he needs a 9 to tie, a 10 to beat. He gets a 6 as you hit him. Alright, next round. I'm going to assume people are not going to want to use luck on this guy unless I hear different. So, on we go. Yeah, exactly. I am, actually. Alright, next round, Lego. This piano music doesn't fit the scene. No, it doesn't fit the scene. Oh, I wish it fit the scene, but it doesn't fit the scene. And you hit the murloc with an 11. A 21 is gonna be better than his 7. He rolled a 5, and then he looked at you with hate in his eyes, and he said, oh man, am I tired. Oh goodness. Well, all right. Yeah, that's a good call, actually. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. All right. So this guy's looking in very bad shape. That's Ozzy Osbourne. So does he go, you know, Fishman? Okay. So 16, he needs a 9. Thanks, Tommy. A 9 to tie, 10 to beat, and... Oh, he gets an 11. And he hits you with his trident. And you're like, oh, crap, man. I just got hit by the murloc. And you're like, don't hit me, fish man. Don't hit me, fish man. Because I don't have band-aids today. Your slimy skin hit me, this fish man. You rolled a 6, and I guess that's okay. So he's got to roll a 9 to tie, and he rolled an 8, and that's why he's gonna die. Oh, the fish man says, down he goes. All right, Puma Rodriguez takes him down. Down goes the fish man. Alright. There is nothing of use or value in the fishman's cave, so you walk round to the north side wall. Steps lead back through the waterfall and up the north wall of the gorge to the top. You are at the foot of some hills and can see the path climbing up into their midst in the north. It is getting dark and night is closing in, so you decide to camp behind some rocks to the right of the path. You build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. You have been asleep for about... Yeah, that's a good question. I think he'd be kind of gamey fish. You have been asleep for about an hour when the noise of deep growling wakes you up. You stand up without making a noise and grab your sword. You wait and listen. There is a full moon in the sky. Just going to let that hang in the air. There's a full moon in the sky, and the light casts eerie shadows all around. You hear soft footsteps and sniffing, followed by another low growl. Then a shape which looks like this steps out of the light. If I have a picture for it. But I thought I did. Oh man, do I not have a picture for this? Wow, I don't. I am surprised. I am disappointed. I thought I had one for this. Not that it's a good drawing, but anyway. All right. There is a shape which looks like a man steps out of the shadows to your right. As he gets closer, you see that his chest, arms, and face are covered with thick brown hair and long teeth protrude from his mouth. He is a werewolf, and you must fight him. Werewolf. All right. Kick him in the nuts and run. Skill 8, stamina 9. All right, out of the frying pan into the fire. You just beat down a fish man. You guys are like totally being anti-hybrid animal bigoted. You beat a fish man, now you're trying to beat a wolf man, basically. What's up with that? I don't know, Rap. I'd suggest that you take him out quickly so you never have to know the answer to that question. You may proceed, Lego. And also, as Lego is rolling, do you guys want to use luck on this guy, or do you want to save it? Again, if you don't use luck, you can always tell me later on, I think we should use luck, and then we'll hold it for a vote again. But just initially, do you want one? Yeah, I think I agree this is a little bit too laid back. Hold on a sec. All right, let's see. That's more like it. All right. Let's see. Save luck. Use one time. No luck. We got this. No luck. No luck. All right. Okay, Lego. So you rolled an 8. All right. So 18 skill. He needs a 10 to tie and 11 to beat. He got a 9. Not enough. Down he drops to 7 points. Okay, next round. And yes, Lego, I have lived in the Northeast all my life. I've visited a lot of other places, but I've lived in the Northeast pretty much my whole time. Mostly in the tri-state area, actually. New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, but I also have lived for a while in Massachusetts, too. Yeah, I don't know, Ned. It's weird. It's like there has been... I guess people's feeling has been that you haven't really needed it. Like, you kind of gotten luck in some places, but not on others, so... There's that 7 we know and love. Alright, a 17. He needs a 9 to tie, 10 to beat. He gets a 5, gets hit again. Falls back, growls. Yeah, you seem to be able to hit him without any particular weapons, yeah. Maybe with just your normal sword, yeah. Nine, alright. Puma feeling good today, 19. So needs an 11 to tie, 12 to beat. Gets a 10. Pretty good roll, but not good enough. I wanna chalk up you guys doing well against a werewolf to the fact that you're playing Castlevania, so you're already like geared up for like badassery. Do 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 now, do do do. It's doggy. It could be. Well, it says it's a werewolf. Do do do. 10. Wow, Lego, you came to play today. 20. He needs a 12 to tie. 13 to beat. He rolls a 2. He's like, ugh, like claws himself in the face, like re-gives himself lycanthropy. He like recurses himself. God damn it! You could get him a leash and keep him as a pet. We're husky. You call him Fido. That's right. That's right. You want to be careful with those fleas. Ride him around. He's a werewolf, like on his shoulders. Give me a piggyback ride. You got an 11, huh, man? Wow, Lego came out like smoking tonight. An 11. God, man, 21. You freaking owned this werewolf. This werewolf did not even get a shot in. He was like, you're like not having any of it. Oh, Ben. Ugh, Ben. The horror. Alright, if the werewolf wounded you during combat, well, it did not. So you add 1 luck point. There's Netowin who's going to be like, wait, what? You added a luck point in this case because you didn't get wounded at all. Eventually you manage to get back to sleep, but have a restless night. In the morning you collect your belongings and head north along the path into the hills. Into the wild. So Puma Rodriguez gets lonely. The ground is quite steep as the path wends its way into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. All around in the distance you see the dark green circle of Darkwood Forest. Mist still hangs in the tall grasses behind you, but ahead you see a valley floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You may either continue north down the hill or head east along the new branch. So do you want to go continue north down the hill or head east? East, east. North, east. East. Just basically more trees. Like all around you is more of the Darkwood Forest. Okay. I have 2 for north. I've got 4 for east. Going once. Going twice. It looks like more work. IRL. This is not IRL. Okay. So, east it is. Okay, so you head east. The path leads along a ridge of the hill and comes to another junction. You see that the way south leads back to the river, so you decide to head north again. The path runs north down the hill between large boulders and rocks. You have an uneasy feeling that you are being watched. Then, from behind one of the larger boulders to the left of the path, spring 2 things that I may have a picture for. We'll see. Nope, no luck. I thought I had it, but I did not. Thought I had it, but no such luck. Okay. Then from behind one of the larger boulders, let's see, to the left of the path, spring 2 sinewy men with long hair and beards. They are wearing animal furs and look menacing. One notches an arrow to his bow and lets it fly. Test your luck. If you are lucky, something good will happen. So, test your luck. Alright, Lego, make that roll. That's true, Salonis, yep. Swedes. Hello, we're Sven Svensson. And this is Arvard Arvidsson, and... Uh-oh. Is that OMGs mean that you just rolled a 12? Oh, it's just an 8. Jeez, Lego. Troll. You manage to dodge the arrow. It misses you and flies past your head. The men curse and jump up and down in anger at having missing you. They start to argue and push each other around. They seem to forget all about you. Do you wish to attack the wild hillmen, or do you want to walk past them along the path while they are still arguing? So you could attack the wild hillmen while they're arguing, that's one. Or two, you could walk past them along the path. Wild hillmen, to be fair. They'll pay for their impudence. They're kind of like, what do you call them, sand people? The Tuscan Raiders. Walk past, tell them they're stupid idiots. Ignoring them would be funnier. Alright. Call them doo-doo hits. Alright, 4 votes to walk past. Going once. Going twice. And alright. Walking down the hill, you see the valley floor stretching out ahead, and beyond, a sinister wall of trees. Dark wood. On the other side of the trees lies Stonebridge, or Cherney's End. Arriving on the valley floor, you see that the path comes to a junction. Do you want to head west? That's 1. Or east? That's 2. West is 1, east is 2. Let's see. I've got west, west, west. I believe. Yes, I got 3 for west and 2 for east. Yeah, it's true, Salonis. It's true. This is kind of mapping it out, I think. All right, going once, going twice. All right, west it is. The valley floor is covered with lush green grass and is very flat. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. You may either continue west or head north again. So continue west or head north. West, 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 west. Okay. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right. You need a precious west. Okay. To the left of the path, you see this, assuming I can find a picture. Not as many pictures for the Forest of Doom. Ah, there we go. You see this dude. You see a small man with a long gray beard sitting cross-legged on top of a huge mushroom. He is wearing a bright red jacket and cap, and his trousers are black and end at his knees. He is asleep and is snoring loudly. You may either give him a gentle push to wake him up, that's option 1, or walk quietly past him to continue your journey west. So gentle push to wake him up, or walk quietly past him. Push. Tip him over. Okay, wake him up. Salonis, is talking to the hippie mean you want to push him? To wake him up? Wake up, Nedouin says. Okay. Alright, looks like people want to push this guy to wake him up and see what his deal is. The small man wakes up with a start, loses his balance, and falls off the mushroom. He curses as he lands on the ground, but jumps back onto the mushroom, shouting, "Who did that? Who did that?" He looks at you and frowns. You may either attack the gnome, that's option 1, or attempt to start a conversation with him, that's option 2. As he's mad at you. So attack the gnome is 1, or start a conversation with him is 2. Converse, converse. Let's chat about the weather. Let's chat about that fall you just had. What do you think, gnome? Is fall coming? Sup, bro? Totally guessed you should talk to the gnome. Okay. Let's see what he says. You approach the gnome with your arm extended, offering to shake his hand, an offer which he accepts with a doubtful look on his face. You then tell him of your quest, how you met poor Big Leg, and why you decided to help the dwarves of Stonebridge. You ask him if he has any information which might help you. He replies that he does not care much for dwarves, but he does have some information which might be of use to you. However, that information will cost you either 5 gold pieces, which you don't have, or an item of treasure from your backpack. If you wish to pay the greedy gnome for his information, you can do so, or if you cannot afford to or don't wish to pay him, you can tell him what you think of him and set off west along the path. So you can either pay him an item from the treasure, give him an item of treasure from your pack, that's 1, or 2, just tell him to, stick it where the sun don't shine and set off west along the path. No, you can't give him the used armband. Technically, that shouldn't even be on the list anymore. And besides, even if it were, you still need to give something that actually has magic still in it, or that you got as a treasure elsewhere. You are Fishman's son. You could give him the gold ring, yes. Okay, sounds good, Fifth. Gold was never really our color anyway. Okay, so people are voting to give him the gold ring. Okay, I have ring. I already had a few other people saying ring. So it looks like ring. Okay, looks like we're going for the ring. Okay. As he accepts his payment, the gnome smiles and tells you that he saw the skeleton of a goblin inside a stone crypt. Perhaps it was the skeleton of one of the 2 goblins who you are looking for, perhaps not. He says that the crypt is somewhere north in the forest, but exactly where, he's not sure. You are annoyed that the gnome does not have any more information, and set off west again at a fast pace. So there is some stone crypt that has a goblin in it. Now can we take back the ring? Yeah, well, sadly not given to you as an option. You arrive at another junction in the path. The way south leads back into the hills, so you ignore it and continue west. I think you guys got off on the wrong foot with that dude when you pushed him off his mushroom. I'm just saying. The path makes a sudden turn to the right and heads north across the valley floor. To the left of the path, you see a large pond with a small wooden hut with a thatched roof by its edge. If you want to investigate the hut, you can, or you can ignore the hut and continue north along the path. So your options are check out the hut or keep going north. Yeah. Hut, 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 hut. Blues Brothers reference. All right. Okay. Hut, 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 hike. Blue 25. Red 16, hike. Okay. You walk round to the front of the hut and see a large blue vase standing on a small porch. There is nobody about. You open the door of the hut, but there is nobody inside. The hut is also devoid of any furniture or objects. You walk outside again and inspect the blue vase. You look inside, but despite the sunlight are unable to see beyond the rim. The vase is filled with an eerie blackness. You shake it and hear a rattling sound. You may drop the vase on the ground, that's option 1, put your hand inside the vase, that's option 2, or ignore the vase and return to the path and head north, that's option 3. All right, I got 3 votes for break. I've got 1 vote for putting your hand inside the vase. Going once. Oh, 4 votes for break. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right, smash it is. The vase drops to the ground but does not break, although cracks appear all over it. You begin to feel a vibration, and then you notice cracks appearing all over the porch and the sides of the hut. The vibrations become stronger. Your whole body starts to tremble, and your head feels as if it is about to explode. Lose 2 stamina points.